Okay, back for the second period in this game that I started earlier. And also, what I wanted to do with this video was just show, what did I title it? A different way of randomizing fast action decks or something like that. So you'll have to take my word for it that I've done very minimal shuffling, if any. Sometimes I get into the habit of mindlessly shuffling this deck just as I grab it or as I go to put it away or whatever in between other things. I alluded to that earlier as well. But this is basically a largely untouched deck, and I'm not saying don't shuffle it at all, but I know that before with Shootout, I would shuffle the deck pretty obsessively, and to the point really where I was spending more time, almost, if not more time, shuffling, or about as much time shuffling as I was playing the game. So again, I'm not saying don't do any shuffling at all, but we'll do just a very minimal bit of shuffling here and just maybe a few goes through. This is definitely a lot less than I would normally do. Normally, even what I do is I take the cards, the 30 or 40 or 50 or 60 or so cards, really depending on the period, it can vary pretty greatly, that I would have played in the period, and I would cut that deck in half, the used deck, I mean, the used portion of it, and then I would mix it in with the unused portion, and I'd make a couple of smaller piles, shuffle them together, shuffle them individually, and then put them all together and shuffle them some more before playing a period. But as you saw there, I just did, some brisk shuffling or whatever. And so I think really the key to this, as I realize that the way that I'm seated here, I'm not positioned too well to do this. Okay, hopefully that'll be good enough. Is it's simply in the cutting, and you vary. You cut close to the top, close to the bottom, close to the middle. You try to go back and forth. And honestly, too, I mean, maybe it's just me being me, the type of person I am. But and come to think of it too, because I am right-handed, I should put the Mike Owens Quick Play Pro Hockey Clock. No, that's not. No, it doesn't look as nice. Okay, so some minor aesthetic consideration given, but it's what was I going to say? Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's evidently not all that important. So anyway, it's after the workday and not before. And I want to get through this game. As I recall, in the first period, Detroit opened up the scoring. It was Red Kelly actually a minute 5 in. And then after that, it was really the hottest line right now in the NHL in this replay here of the 47-48 NHL season. Game in which Chicago, in my replay, not in real life, enters with a record of 6-7. The Red Wings with a record of 6-5-2. The Red Wings, thanks to Doug Jackson, this being the Doug Jackson tenure here for Chicago. I think probably Emile Francis, safe to say he was out hurt or maybe holding out for some other reason there late November into early December. Jackson played 6 career NHL games. I think his final record was 1-4-1. So he won 1 out of 6. He surrendered 42 goals in those 6 games. And that's why Detroit has such a large scoring chance range here of 62 to 100. Not that Chicago's is necessarily small. They were with 1 to 25. They are good at scoring on the road. They have scored a pair on the road here. Bud Poyle tied the game. I want to say it was 3 minutes and 42 seconds into it. And then at 7:14, Gay Stewart. And again, it's been Stewart and Poyle who have really been the hottest, who actually officially right now, they each have a couple of points to their credit. So they have advanced beyond Elmer Locke of Montreal. They are in the lead now, each of them by a couple of points. So really the scoring race, the scoring title competition could come down to this line. Anyway, with all of that said, we're going to get things going here. And the initial card we're going to take from the pile, it takes 3 minutes off the clock here in period 2. Gordie Howe had a penalty. The Hawks scored in the power play, and that's what got the ball rolling for them. But we're going to get a scoring chance here for the Detroit Red Wings with that draw of a 99. And with the J, the chance will go to, it's going to be Morrison. That's Rod Morrison from the second line there for the Red Wings. Morrison has it here in the face-off circle. And in the face-off circle, Morrison scores. We have a tie game here relatively early in the second frame. So it's going to be Rod Morrison here, the exact time of the goal. I'm going to say at 2:04. And Morrison here, L3D2, I will look L2D2. So the R5, let's see, take a couple more here. I'm not as concerned actually taking them in succession after a goal. It's more between goals and between plays. So the center, so that's going to be another point for Calder Trophy winner to be in real life McFadden. And we'll draw the third one there. So we have Morrison in the line. I'm going to give Guidelin the other assist. That'd be the second one of the night for him. Morrison for McFadden and Guidelin just 2:04 into the second period, and the game's tied at 2. And we're going to take 2 more minutes here off the clock, so we're up to just about 5 minutes now, where with the 84 we get yet another scoring chance for Detroit. Again, a very large scoring chance range for the Red Wings here. Player S for the Red Wings, that's going to be Doug McKegg. Doug McKegg only had a few goals in his career, but he has it in the face-off circle where anyone is capable. Look at that, McKegg from the face-off circle. It's going to be a 3-2 game here for Detroit, just a handful of minutes in. McKegg, let's get the exact time of the goal. And defense bench, that's very appropriate for McCabe, and apparently line 3 as well. I know I say evidently too much. Nervous habits. Anyway, so it's going to be here at 46. That's 4:46 to be exact. And there is no other defenseman on Detroit's bench, so we can't award an assist there. Line complicates things as well. You can't get an assist to all 3 players. So I'm going to just turn over one more card. This could be McKegg unassisted. Let's see here. Right defense and left wing. I'm going to say Pavlich there. I'm not going to say an unassisted goal from McKegg. So McKegg from not Pavlich. Pete Horak. That would be Pete Horak there on line 3 for Detroit. So again, McKegg from Horak, and time of the goal is 4:46. We have a 3-2 hockey game for the Red Wings here. 2 more off the clock now, up to about minute 7. Take one closer to the top here this time. That's going to be 6. So chance for the Blackhawks to tie almost immediately. We're player A. It's Gay Stewart again with it. Who else? Stewart has it here in the slot. We'll take one near the bottom. It's going to be a save check here on Harry Lumley for Detroit, and it comes up a 5-9. Harry Lumley has said no more to Gay Stewart, and he stoned him here. Stewart with a goal already in it. 3 more off the clock now, so we're about halfway through the frame-man game, and it's going to be a possible penalty there, penalty versus away. So we look here, could this be Chicago's first set infraction of the game? Indeed, Z, the first C I see there, Ralph Natras, from the top blue line there. Could have given it to Gadsby. I had my, just casual quick glance. Saw Natras first. We'll say that he is in the box here for a pair. We're the next minute here, so towing up to minute 11 now, and it could be Detroit in the box. We could be getting some 4-on-4 here. Let's see. X and Y too. I see Guidelin there right away, so Guidelin's been sidelined here for a pair as well. Next minute here of even strength, we're going to get a chance 4-on-4 to the Detroit Red Wings. And D, and one thing I do here, kind of a house rule, no Z, so how here with a little more open ice to work with from the face-off circle. And save check here now on McFadden. 9. He needs to be a 9 or a 10 with a 6. So Detroit has doubled their lead here. Again, they won this game 8-5 in real life on November 22nd, 1947. And Gordie Howe has scored here. And let's see the time of it. 11 until that'd be 11 and something. So 11:52 here. And we're looking to the D2, and I'll look to the L1 pairing as well. I will exclude... I don't know if it'd be Abel or Terrible Ted who was off. We'll see what happens here in the assist flips, actually, because Howe technically scoring in the 4-on-4 minute. So Howe from D2 right defenseman. That's Howe from Leo Reese or Rice. And left wing, center. Let's give it to Sid Abel, who does really need to get going in this. So it's going to be Howe from Race and Abel here. The time I said was 11:52, so 4-2 Detroit. And this will be, though, a power play minute for the Blackhawks where they needed 40 or under. They didn't get that. So up to about 13 into it now. And another 3 will come off the clock here, up to about minute 16, taking one near the top. 38, no chance there for the Hawks or either team. Up to minute 19 now here. Let's see what the Red Wings... yes, the Red Wings there, didn't I call that? Again, their chance range is pretty large. We look to player B. That's going to be McFadden, either Joe or Jim. Doesn't matter. He has a scoring chance here from the face-off circle. And he's going to get a goal there from the face-off circle. We're up 5-2 now here late in the second period. And we're looking to L1, D2 here, technically L2, D2. And at 18, I'm going to say that goal was scored at 18-18. And so right defenseman there was D2. So Reese with another assist. McFadden from Reese and left defenseman. So Stewart as well. McFadden from Reese and Stewart. A lot of blue liners getting assists in this game. I know Gadsby and Goldham also combined on a goal there earlier in the game. So it's, we have a 5-2 game here now. And again, the time of that goal is 18-18. Let's play on, though, close to the end here of the second period. Actually, because that was to minute 19, that advances to 21, so it's the end of 2. And so really the whole reason why I did this video, now nearly 10 minutes into it, I'm going to show you now. So it's not that I'm not going to do any shuffling at all, but it's going to be a very minimal bit of shuffling here. And I guess I don't have to reach around the tripod for this one. So just a little bit, again, just very casually. And we'll see here. The third period, I think, will be the test of this. Maybe I'll play it back and have a look myself. I don't know. Maybe I have a tendency that I don't even know unknowingly. I'm drawing from the pile here in certain spots. Hopefully not, because for me at least, and I think this is a point I was going to make earlier that I forgot to. It happens to me all the time, pretty much every video that I do. If you're listening to this and if you make videos and you hear this, happen to hear this, does this happen to you? So the point that I was going to make before I forget it for a second time is it's kind of like a game within a game when you're drawing randomly from places in the deck. Like I know it would be faster for me just to turn over the top card every single time, but to be honest, even if it's taking a little more time with each cut, it's kind of fun. For me at least, and I'm the one playing it. So anyway, so here to start the third period with just 1 minute here off the clock. Detroit in a handy lead. Now actually they outscored Chicago 4-0 in the second period. So great second frame at the Olympia. And with the 61, they're just missing out on yet another chance there by one. We're going to take 3 more off the clock now, up to about minute 4 we go with the 77. So it'll be another chance here for the Red Wings. Player L, I think that's fresh and new this time. Actually, scratch that. Red Kelly looking to pick up where he left off early. Kelly with it in the face-off circle, and he gets a goal from the face-off circle, does Red Kelly. So we have a 6-2 game here for the Red Wings. Remember, this one was pretty high scoring in real life. Final verdict of 8-5. So Kelly, I'm going to say this time at 3:30. 3:30, L1D2. We'll look L1D1. It's going to be Kelly from Sid Abel, his second assist of the night. And is there a 6 rated? There is not. We'll check one more card, though. Left wing. So I'm going to say Kelly from Abel and Lindsay at 3:30. 6-2 for Detroit. 2 more off the clock. We go up to minute 6. Just a couple of penalties so far in this game. 1 to each team. Where the 87? Detroit's too busy with scoring chances to be penalized. Player A. So terrible Ted now. He wants a goal to go with that helper. He's got it in the slot. A good place for it. And we have a 7-2 hockey game here, courtesy of Ted Lindsay and Detroit at the Olympia. And the time of the goal here, we have 5:40. We're looking L1D1 here for the helpers. So Ted Lindsay, he can't assist on his own. He still can't assist on his own. Maybe a 1-assist goal max. I did say D1 there, so I'm going to award Red Kelly. I guess he has 3 points now, 2 goals and an assist. When a team gets 7 goals, some productive nights for some players is inevitable. And here at 5 minutes and 40 seconds, so 14:20 to go, we have... we have a 7-2 hockey game here. Detroit up by a handful. 2 more off the clock now. That will not be a penalty. It's the first card in the sequence flipped. It's going to be Chicago with a scoring chance now. A little moxie they're showing here. Player E is going to be Bill Mosienko on line 3. It's weird to see him on line 3 producing so little in this replay. He was fairly prolific at times, even for a bad 46-47 Chicago team in my full season replay, using the game Mike Owens Quick Play Pro Hockey. And Bill Mosienko here just with it at the point where he's unsuccessful. So we're going to take some more time here, 3 minutes to be exact, up to minute 11 now, about 9 to go here in this hockey game, where we're going to get a follow-up chance for the Chicago Blackhawks. It goes to K. That's going to be Adam Brown there on the 4th line. Adam Brown with it. And Brown from the blue line as well. Chicago can't get close against this Detroit blue line, and it's cost them another. We're going to take another 3 off the clock here, up to 14 thereabouts. And it's, let's see, 21. So 3 opportunities here in a row for Chicago. Not with a small scoring range. Not entirely surprising. Gus Bodner, a little more rare. Bodner again from the blue line. What is it for the Blackhawks and the blue line? Story here in the third period. They're trying. They just can't get close. So we're going to stay here 14 minutes, and that's going to be a penalty possibly to Chicago. Evident frustration mounting here. We looked at you. I see Hamill right away. We're going to put Hamill in the box. Sometimes what I do when I scan with my eyes, so it's not always guys the top, I'll go bottom to top or top to bottom or in the middle, kind of like this, do it a bit randomly. Try to at least. So Hamill here is going to be in the box for a pair. And in that first minute of power, apparently we're going to get shorthanded to chance about 15 in. And it's a D. Who is D? D is Doug Bentley. So Doug Bentley out there, 4-on-5, and he doesn't score. That's another thing that I do, kind of house ruling it to save on card flips. It's always the blue line, I'm quite sure, so I just look at the first one. Now, knowing my luck, the second one will be a shorthanded goal, and it will look like I'm cheating Chicago. How dare I cheat a team that's down by a handful? But up to the 16 now, we go there with Detroit, and the 68, that'll suffice for a power play chance for them. Player A, Ted Lindsay, wants another here. He has one even strength. Lindsay in the slot on the power play, and he scores a goal here in the power play, so Detroit has met their equivalent here, 8 goals like they scored in real life. This has devolved into a beatdown now. Ted Lindsay, let's get the exact time of it, 15:58, looking L1D2. Lindsay from Mr. Hockey, Gordie Howe, and left defenseman D2 is Jack Stewart picking up another helper. Lindsay from Howe and Stewart at 15:58. About 4 minutes left in the hockey game. That is not going to be a chance, Chicago, because it's the first in the sequence. It's going to be a possible penalty to Chicago. Sometimes the final five in the past I've discounted. I'm doing that a little less here. I find there aren't a whole lot of penalties in general in this. So V and Z2, let's see. Do I see a random V? I do. It's going to be Ernie Dickens in the box there for the final couple, as if Detroit needed it. But in the first power play, we're not going to get anything. And in the second one, actually a shorthanded chance for Chicago here, going up just over a minute to go. Where player D, it's going to be Doug Bentley again, hungry. You can't get them 5-5. And there's going to be a rebound on that chance. Lumley's rebound rating at 3. It's 1 to the shooter, so Bentley unsuccessful on Lumley. And let's see here the final flip. I don't care how many minutes it is. It is just up to an even minute 20, however. And let's see here, 26. Oh, just out of Chicago's chance range there, as if it matters at this point. So what I will do here, that's not a 0 minutes. I'm going to say game over here. 8-2. I don't know. You be the judge. I'll have to play it back to judge it for myself. Did I end up getting a number of different cards out of this pile for the third period, or was I picking and pulling a lot of the same cards? You saw that I did very little shuffling, so it's just a different idea. Again, a way to shuffle it casually. A few goes through. Maybe to you it looked like I was shuffling a lot. I don't think so. If you'd seen me, normally actually for some shootout videos in the past, I would pause the camera and shuffle and come back, and I was still getting some of the same cards in the same orders, no matter how hard I shuffled. So just an idea. Again, I find it kind of fun to kind of, I'm using two hands and getting both hands involved in cutting and pulling or cutting and flipping, whatever. And I don't know, it just seems to work out, adds to the fun. Detroit met their equivalent in this game of 8 goals against the same lowly, poor guy, Doug Jackson, a goaltender. So yeah, passed away in like 1980 at the age of 56 or something. Would that be right? 56? No, that made him, born in 24. So that would have made him 20 something. I could be a little wrong actually about the birth year though, so the age, I guess, so don't quote me on that. I believe it was in 1980. In the description to this video, or not to this video, but to the one showing the first period of this game, I did actually link in a comment, the pinned comment, to Jackson's hockey reference page. So anyway, here, final score 8-2. It's if you're a Detroit fan, if you're a certain Dice Dave, then this is a game for you, I guess. So final score again 8-2, and yeah, thank you. Good night. Bye for now.